seizure. And we were last discussing this WhatsApp where Kat says to Mokotsi, the task team that came to your house and harassed you have been dissolved. So they got the letter on Monday. As we speak, they are bringing all the dockets to Sibiya. So this appears to be drawn or taken from the cell phone of Matlala on the 1st of January. So what the investigating officer is telling the judge, who must now issue the warrant, that this has raised a suspicion, a reasonable suspicion, that there's some collusion between Matlala, Mokotsi, the minister, and you. This is drawn from his phone because we know as a fact that the minister had in fact issued the directive on the 31st of December 2024. This is downloaded from his phone on the 1st of January 2025. And Matlala seems to be aware that the team has been dissolved. He refers to a letter on Monday, which is the 31st of December 2024. And then he seems to be saying they are bringing all the dockets to Sibiya. So he seems to have inside information about the dissolution of the PKTT. He seems to know in advance that you are going to request the dockets, which you only did on the 17th of January and again on the 4th of February. And it was brought to you, I think, on the 24th, 25th of March. So that's what they say when they join the dots, that there seems to be a relationship between you, the minister, Mokotsi, Matlala.
Maybe before you respond, General, I just want to request the senior counsel to, you will indicate to me when you have finished this part of questions, because I would like us to break. So anytime you are satisfied that the part that you wanted to probe, you are done, you can just indicate to me and then we break.
I think we're going to conclude on this line of questioning and then Chair, Honorable Chairman. General?
Just bring me back on track, Councillor. I had a frame of mind that I wanted to approach the response, but then the chair came in. Please take me through again so that I can jump in again.
These emails, they're both emails from Matlala's phone that was downloaded, right? And these messages are dated 1 January 2025. This is a day after the minister's directive of 31 December 2024. And these messages seem to indicate that Matlala has some inside information. He says, one, the task team is going to be dissolved. And that's what the minister says in his directive. You are hereby instructed, or directed rather, to disestablish the task team. Two, he said they got the letter on Monday, which is the 31st of December. And then he says, three, as we speak, now he's speaking to Matlala, Mokotsi and Matlala, they're bringing all the dockets to Sibiya. So I put it to you that it appears to be the case that what the investigator of this case is doing is to what they refer to as join the dots, that there's all these coincidences that's happening. The disestablishment of the task team, Mokgotsi, Matlala downloading this from their phone, they seem to know about it, and of course they are involved allegedly in criminal activity and so on.
You see, there are a number of things that we need to look at in relation to this thing of the disbandment. To start with, from the 24th of December until the 30th, it was during the festive period. We were operating, I was operating in the Western Cape. My last roadblock was at Harrismith on the 30th. And at that time, I think the minister was at home already, around that. Leading to my meeting with the National Commissioner on the 14th. Remember the National Commissioner's office, the National Commissioner's office is the one that gives instructions that says the DNC crime detection is directed to communicate the deactivation of the task team to the relevant team and to compile a close-up report by the 20th. You know, they say by the 14th. Now, in the same meeting, and I want us to refer to that document, Council, so that honorable members can see how it happens. Now, from the National Commissioner's office, in the same meeting on the 3rd, my office on the 7th forward the same message to General Khumalo. I just want us to refer to that meeting, please. Chair, I lose track because we this side and that side. Which paragraph is it on my statement? I'm referring to that the email from Brigadier Letoko that gave an instruction to my office. 3 January email. Page 11.
$64.
54.
Yeah, that's the email dated 3 January 2025
Yes.
on 54.
Let's go to page 55. Honorable members.
You deal with it. This is from Brigadier Letoko
Yes.
at paragraph 27 of your statement on page 11.
Yes, he said, as directed, DNC is requested to accordingly communicate the deactivation to the relevant team. Now, this comes from the Office of the National Commissioner, not influenced by Brown Mohots or CAT. Now, the same meeting, the same email, in the same response, on the 7th of January, my staff officer sent to Divisional Commissioner Crime Intelligence and say, DNC Crime Detection has directed that the trailing email be forwarded for your attention and the closing report for sign-off by 13th of January 2025. Considering the fact that there's been a number of complaints received from, let's say, Professor Meridi has to Parliament, from Parliament to the Minister, from the Minister to the National Commissioner, to talk about this disbandment of the task team. So now this complaint come back from outside, not internally. Now, the same email that come from the Office of the National Commissioner is the same one that I say, DNC Crime Detection has directed that the trailing email be forwarded for your attention and the closing report for sign-off by 13th of January, simply because of the fact that the National Commissioner gave me the 14th of January. So in my case, I give to the team the 13th of January so that I can receive it a day before. So now, this is a document that comes from the Office of the National Commissioner, unless there is also suspicion that even the Office of the National Commissioner is actually in collusion. Because I carry out an instruction as I receive. I was not party to this. Let's say the National Commissioner didn't circulate this thing to me. Would I have really started the process myself? The answer is no. So, and now this is early in the year. We haven't been to work. Everybody's still at home. We're working remotely because the offices are still locked. Many offices are closed. Many companies are not yet back at work. So this whole thing, in our case, it was just to push the instruction. Now, the National Commissioner says, I gave General Ravi an instruction to help him draft the report. I want us to go to that report that was crafted by General Ravi. And honorable members, you can see on page 56. Now, this one comes from my staff officers who says, please call me at your earliest convenience to discuss the above directive from the National Commissioner or from the Minister of National Commissioner. But this is me now saying to my staff officer,